FM to get started. Enjoy your day. Good morning. This is Samuel Ibrahim, your host of the Mind of the Prophet Meditation Hour. Good morning, creation. It's almost afternoon. It is a sunny late morning, about to be afternoon in Houston, Texas. What a wonderful day, great weather, great sunlight. It feels really good on my skin. I'm thankful for it. I love to be outside in nature. I'm in my garage right now, which I really love to do. And because, it's been wintertime, I haven't been able to spend as much time in my garage as I generally like to. That I'm accustomed to because I prefer to work outside. So this is the best place for me to do that right now, as it stands. But I've been... So I don't want to say this is a theory. I don't want to say this is a theory. I would just say that this is a question that I must have asked some time ago, and or I just have a better understanding of something right now when it comes to affirmations. So I'm going somewhere. Let me ramble a little bit because this thought just came to me and I want it to come together the right way, and I'm going to slow myself down to be able to express it properly. So if you've seen the movie Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan, Leonardo DiCaprio is in it. Several other good actors and actresses are in it. One of my favorite movies. One of my absolute favorite movies. I think it is very in-depth, very intelligent movie, very philosophical movie when it comes to thinking about dimensions and sleep and so on, right? In the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio's character knows how to invade a person's subconscious while they are asleep and extract information from that person's subconscious. And, there are many reasons why that is possible. I won't go into those, but that's what his character does. And in one attempt to do that to a character in the movie, the character's name is Robert Fisher III. Okay, I believe. So he's trying to extract information from Robert Fisher III, and he starts talking about subconscious defense training and so on and so forth. And the guy's been trained, right? The guy has been trained against someone trying to invade his subconscious to steal information that could jeopardize him financially or any other kind of way. All right. And so the Mark in the movie, Robert Fisher III, he was trained. And his subconscious, they were brutal, all right? They came like the SWAT team out of nowhere, and they tracked him down wherever they took Robert Fisher III. His subconscious was in hot pursuit of trying to protect him. So his subconscious was defended to be militarized, okay, in the movie. And it's expressed in a very military way, okay? Now, I asked the question, how could that man's subconscious be trained to respond and protect him in that way? I must have asked that question when I watched the movie. Maybe I didn't realize it until very recently that I did. But how did they train Robert Fisher III's character to be prepared for somebody attempting to steal secrets from his subconscious? That would actually be a great thing to see on screen, just to understand that process. And I'm going to tell you how I think the process happened, right? And if you guys have seen the movie, you know how savagely his subconscious acted to come and get him, right? They were after him and they wanted him. They were going to protect him at all costs. So in real life, how could you do that? How could you train your subconscious to do the same thing? I think the concept that Christopher Nolan brought out is something that is absolutely possible in real life, right? I think it's absolutely possible in real life. How did that actually happen? How could you do that for your subconscious? I'm going to tell you one way that I believe I've started that process is through guided affirmations and sleep. I listen to guided affirmations all the time. I listen to them throughout the day. I also listen to them while I'm sleeping as much as I'm able to, because I just don't always like to hear somebody else's voice in my subconscious unless there's a reason for it. Okay. So, yesterday morning, I listened to Brian Scott's Isn't It Wonderful meditation, which is based off of some Neville Goddard teachings about sparking your imagination and revising your day. Neville was a gifted praying man or mystic that in the mid 20th century, he had what you would probably call a cult following. But people that followed his teachings, and they're all very spiritually based, but also metaphysical, they worked, right? But again, some period of time around there between the 50s and 60s, 50s and 70s, like that just evaporated from American consciousness. And you just don't see that being taught with the same vigor or effectiveness or, I don't know, just widespreadness that I would expect to have seen it by now. You just don't see it. Anyway, nevertheless, Brian Scott's meditation is based off of one of Neville Goddard's teachings. And one of his meditations talking about or asking the question, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? And so the meditation is 8 hours long, very beautifully done, scientifically done. I had the best sleep last night listening to that meditation. It's been a long time since I had 8 hours of good sleep, like 8 hours of restful sleep. And I woke up feeling rested and refreshed. More than I have in who knows how long. I really can't tell you. But I woke up and my feet just had, I don't know, I just had more energy from head to toe. More clarity, more everything. I felt like I got a good 8 hours of sleep. Like I was on vacation. Okay, you know how that first night of vacation or that first day after, whenever you land a vacation and you just feel like, man, I just had the best sleep ever. That's how I feel right now. So anyway, I want to suggest that people I want to suggest that people listen to Brian Scott's Isn't It Wonderful meditation. And the link is in the podcast description. And so is the link to my blog. But you guys really check out Brian Scott's meditation. Listen to it. All it does is ask the question, isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful? And he just says it a bunch of different ways with really, really good music that makes you feel good. It makes actually like your brain feels good listening to the music that Brian Scott is using. Like it for me, it felt like a brain massage. That's just how I felt listening to it. When I was conscious, when I was unconscious, that was just a different experience. Like I just woke up feeling really good. All right. So, the horns are blowing in my neighborhood. I hope you guys, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. All right. But nevertheless, listen to that affirmation while you're sleeping. And I'll explain. And I think I probably just did explain why, right? When you're asleep, your subconscious operates unchecked, meaning the things that trigger you to have like subconscious reactions, negative subconscious reactions, can't get in the way. Unless you have something playing while you're sleeping that, that provokes your subconscious to, think bad things. Like if you listen to murder TV while you're asleep, okay? But if you listen to lovely things while you sleep, like this Isn't It Wonderful meditation, now what this meditation is doing, I'm going to tell you why it works. What this meditation is doing is asking your subconscious, isn't it wonderful? And then your subconscious is like, is it what wonderful? And the meditation is saying, isn't it wonderful? And your subconscious is saying, is it what wonderful? And because you're unconscious and your subconscious being attached to your soul, what happens is the unexpressed part of your soul starts to speak and answering the question, what's wonderful, right? And so now you have these wonderful words being spoken over you, asking your subconscious a question, isn't it wonderful? And because your subconscious is literal, it's saying, is it what wonderful? And then the creator within you is saying, this is what's wonderful. And then they start working to create that thing. That's just how I have interpreted how this affirmation has at least worked for me. And so when I woke up, I said my affirmations as I normally do, my own. And then I started my day, and I have been knee deep in my day. I don't know. I think I was up before 7 a.m. this morning. I just woke up. Probably I woke up at 6. I think I woke up at 6 on the dot. And I've just been in constant motion since then, feeling like I've been divinely inspired with every step that I take or step that I don't take. Even with the things that I don't do, I feel like I'm still divinely inspired and still led, and it's just led to some beautiful outcomes even this morning. So I'm just going to really strongly recommend. I'm recommending Brian Scott's Isn't It Wonderful meditation, because I could just tell you after one night of listening to this, I feel like a new man. And I absolutely have to attribute that to good rest. And I also attribute that to the fact that he asked my subconscious a great question. Isn't it wonderful? And my subconscious, it's like call and response. My subconscious said, is it what wonderful? And then the creator within me, the unexpressed part of me that is always yearning for expression, said, this is what's wonderful. And they had that conversation all through the 8 hours of my restful sleep. And I woke up feeling like I did or walked out or have, in some form or fashion are working out whatever those guys talked about. And so I feel really good right now. And I just really want to share this. I really want to share that meditation. And I just want to give kudos to Brian Scott for keeping these principles alive right now in a time where there's so many shifting dynamics. The ability to understand metaphysical principles in addition to everything that's going on in the world and your personal life, help. And he's been a great helper for many, including myself. I want to thank him for his service and his gift. That's all I have. I have had a great start to the day, and now I think I will exit meditation and get to doing some other things that I need to get done today. You guys have a great Thursday. This is Samuel Ibrahim, your host of the Mind of the Prophet Meditation Hour, signing off. Samuel Ibrahim.